Hello, my name is Magaziwe and I'm from South Africa. Yes.
Okay, and where did the idea to organize such a day, such an event come from?
Well, back in Africa, South Africa as a whole, we have Africa Day. So we thought that being here shouldn't stop us from celebrating such an important day from us. So we asked to plan this day and just celebrate here. Even though we're far from home, we still have a feel of home and celebrate something important.
Okay, and so you shared it with us.
Yes,
And
yes.
we're really grateful.
Thank you for coming.
You just seem so vibrant and so happy.
Yes, of course. Hosting was very fun. Getting the crowd to know about our culture and how we do things is also interesting because I think people should be more open-minded and see what's out there and learn about other continents and other countries.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think we all learned something new today. But where did the idea to come to Poland
Come from? I always wanted to study overseas, and Poland, the opportunity of Poland came, plus the program I wanted to do also came, hence I chose it.
Okay, that's great. And how do you find being here? How do you find Poland? What are some major differences between
The weather.
the weather?
The weather, yes, it's very cold. It's very cold. I'm not used to that. Even now, like everyone is saying they're going into spring. This is not spring to me. It's still a little chilly. It's still a little cold because it's very hot. And yeah, I think it's mostly the weather that I had to adapt to, or the language barrier also.
And about language barrier, how do you find Polish people? Are they pleasant to you, or are you maybe disappointed?
It depends on the area. I just think that they're generally pleasant people. I just think they're not used to seeing African people. So they kind of get a little surprised when they see someone of my descendant or my color in the street or something. Yeah.
Okay, and how do you find maybe the political side here? Are there many differences?
I think a little bit, but not that much, because in Africa we also have our own laws and just. So I wouldn't say there are many political differences. I think the way politics are handled is different, but to say issues are actually different now.
My name is Tenai Chibi. I'm from Zimbabwe.
Okay, and how do you find it here compared to Zimbabwe?
Poland is a nice place. Many nice things to do and nice places to visit. Also, comparing to Zimbabwe, I guess the snow is the big difference. Like, you guys have snow and Zimbabwe don't have snow. It's always sunny every day. That's a big difference.
And why did you choose Poland? And how do you find studying here?
I chose Poland because it was one of the EU countries. So my program that I'm doing, I can study here in Poland and work anywhere in the EU country. And I did via an agency who helped me out. And studying here in Poland is actually nice. I'm getting to see new people and learning about the culture of Poland and other different countries, as UITM has many different people from different countries.
Okay, and how do you find the culture here and people? Is it very different or just
It's a bit similar to our country because mostly people are religious and always respect the Sundays and going to church on Sunday, which is almost similar to our country. Yeah.
Okay, and how do you find the language? Because it's a difficult language.
The language is a bit difficult, but there are a bit similarities with our home language. So I'm learning a bit words, but some words are very hard. But yeah, I have a long way to go, but yeah, I'm learning.
It's always an experience.
Yeah.
And how do you find going back home? Is it difficult? Is it a long journey? It's probably expensive, right?
Yeah, it is a long journey. I remember when I came to Poland, I had 18 hours just in the flight, and it was a long journey. But I'm also planning to go back during the long holidays. So it's also expensive, yes, it is. But if you book in advance, it helps. Yeah.
And do you miss? Well, you probably do miss your country. But how do you find it here? Is it
it's actually turned into a nice home. I have friends who have now become a part of my family, so I feel like I'm at home. I know I do miss home and my family back home, but I'm adapting and adjusting, so it's becoming part of home. It's actually like second home. And during the World Cup, definitely I'll be supporting Poland.
My name is Chilani Sitole and I'm from Zimbabwe.
Okay, so that's quite far away. Why did you choose to come here?
I think Poland is a very cheap and affordable country from where I come from, and it was part of my options as a destination for studying.
Okay, and how do you find studying here?
I think studying here is it's okay, to be honest. The teachers pretty different from where I come from. But overall it's okay.
Okay, and have you maybe tried to find a job? And if so, is it difficult?
Yes, I actually tried to find a job and I recently got a job at CWT and I started work on the 1st of June. But before that it was very difficult because you'd call a company and I think the biggest difference was the Polish language. Not being able to speak Polish was pretty hard to get a job. So I think Polish people are very friendly. They make you feel like you're at home. Or besides the staring and all of that, which is very normal. But besides that, they are very, very friendly people and yeah.
My name is Tandega. I'm from Zimbabwe. I am of the Ndebele tribe.
Okay, and could you maybe tell us something about your country?
Okay. Zimbabwe is in the southern hemisphere of Africa, and the capital city is Harare, which is the biggest city in the country. We've got a lot of tourism and a lot of farming in our country, and mainly our tourist attractions are Vic Falls, Kariba, which else? Nyanga.
So your culture seems very bright and vibrant and happy. Do you find it difficult here, where people seem to be more tamed in comparison?
It's a bit different. Zimbabwe has, maybe because I'm from Zimbabwe, I can speak most of the languages there. And coming here where most people can speak only Polish, it's a bit difficult there. But I'm learning Polish now, so it's a bit better. And the food as well. I'm still trying to adjust to the food, which is quite different from what we have back in Zimbabwe. Our staple food is called sada, and it's made of mealie meal. But unfortunately here in Poland there's no mealie meal, so we eat semolina in place of our traditional mealie meal.
You're obviously sharing your culture a bit with us today. How do you find that people react to it?
From what I noticed today, people are receptive of our culture, and I noticed most people have never been to Africa and they've never been exposed to our cultures, and I'm willing. I hope by the time I finish, by the time I graduate, I'll have taught more people about my culture and possibly taken someone to Africa as well to visit.
So you think it's important to share our cultures and to know?
Yes, definitely. It is. There's a lot to learn from all our cultures. I'm learning the Polish culture, and I'd want someone to learn my culture as well. The food that we eat, the diversity of our country, and maybe our languages as well.